Hey, we're about to start the show, and you know the drill. If you've been here before and you have something important to share, please add a capital letter Q to your comment. And if you are watching live for the first time, please let us know by writing the word new, and we'll give you a nice little welcome. Enjoy the broadcast. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Coffee and Headlines. Here we are, another morning, another day in sunny Puerto Vallarta. Today is April 2nd, and I'm so very happy to see you. I hope you're having a great morning. I hope you've had all the coffee that you'll need for the day, and I'm hoping that you have all kinds of excellent plans. I have excellent plans. What am I doing? I'm preparing for my presentation on Thursday, which means that I'm fighting all kinds of earworms that attach themselves to my head as I'm listening to some of the music that we're going to listen to. And you're probably thinking, well, Requiem music, which is what we're going to tackle, is so formal and so serious. How can that become an earworm? Oh, you'd be surprised. There are some silly Requiems out there, and we'll bring some of them to the table. But I don't want to get ahead of myself. Let me set up the news so that you can see what we have to offer for today, and we start with a black screen. Isn't that lovely? Well, we can fix that very quickly. Boom. There is Luis Munguia. He's handsome, but I don't know that I trust him. Meet Luis Munguia. He is one of the candidates for mayor here in Puerto Vallarta. He represents the Green Party, and I don't mean the Green Party that I represent. And I bring him to your attention because he is, to my knowledge, the first candidate to make specific promises to the people of Puerto Vallarta if he wins the run for mayor. He calls his proposals Vallarta Deserves More. And since we want to collect all these promises, just in case they become useful later on down the road, I want to list them here so that you know what Luis Munguia claims to bring to the table. Without a drum roll, promise number one, to end bad public transportation system in Puerto Vallarta. Number two, to build or renovate 100 streets per year. Number three, to build bridges, docks, and underpasses. Number four, to bring government up to speed technology-wise. Number five, to ensure that we never run out of water. Oh, hold on. I do have to cough after this one. And the last one, he's bringing water taxis from Puerto Vallarta to Punta Mita with an average run time of 25 minutes. Okay, fair enough. So we're going to write these down and we're going to log them into our little promise logbook. And, maybe he wins. And maybe in a year we can show him these promises and find out, hey, wait, ¿qué pasó? And maybe he'll respond or maybe not. Now meet Ramon Guerrero. This is Ramon Guerrero, nicknamed El Mochilas, or the backpack guy. I can't honestly remember why we call him the backpack guy. Probably because when he was Puerto Vallarta mayor before, and he gave out backpacks to kids as part of his campaign, but I'm not remembering this fact precisely, so don't quote me on that. What I'm remembering are some of the messes he left behind after he finished his term, and we will keep those handy just in case we need them. He is running for the Movimiento Ciudadano, or Citizens Movement. He's not making promises yet because he's still recovering from the controversy surrounding his candidacy. You see, in order to become a candidate, and I think we mentioned this before, if you want to be a candidate of a city, you have to live in that city. In our case, it's Puerto Vallarta. But it turns out that Mochilas was living in Guadalajara, apparently. So when he came to knocking on the door of the local government to say, hey, I need my certification of residence because I want to run and it is a requirement, the local government said to him, no, dude, you don't live here. You live in Guadalajara, so we're not giving you one. But he's running anyway, so we don't know who won that battle. He says that he has a house here. The government says that he doesn't. So we still don't know what he brings to the table. So no promises yet on Ramon Guerrero. I just thought I would introduce him to you, or vice versa, rather. And of course, when it's time to collect his promises or find out what he's up to, we can always ask Paul Christ's husband, Luis, who is running as a council person along with him. And next, just a little bit on noise, excessive noise. Let's see. Mazatlan received a lot of attention in the past few days due to excessive music volumes. But what about our own city? Well, Noticias PB reports that here in Puerto Vallarta, the authorities have not been able to control the sound pollution created by tourists who crank up the volume in these, as they ride around the city in these so-called tubular vehicles. And the phrase I hold on to from that whole statement is, authorities have not been able to control, which is funny because this makes me wonder, have they even tried? I mean, does the city have enough manpower to go around visiting the companies that rent these vehicles to encourage moderation? Somehow I doubt it. I would love to see a mayor candidate make a promise about noise, but, that's just me. This may happen, this may not. So I thought I would share that with you. And now we take a look at the weather just to see what's going on out there. No need to show the REQUIEM promo again because you've seen it and you're all going to attend my fabulous music appreciation presentation on Thursday, aren't you? Let's see. Snarky Weatherman says, it is so nice out, but you'll probably get stung by a bee. So funny because I actually did see some video footage of a local bee swarm, but we're not going to go there. Right now it is 24 degrees and our humidity is at 77%. And it's probably going to stay there or increase as we move forward. So this shouldn't be a surprise. Our weather forecast for today says humid day with mostly cloudy skies with a high of 28 and a low of 19. Tomorrow, we shall enjoy mostly clear skies in the morning with mostly cloudy skies in the afternoon, a high of 26 and a low of 16. Finally, Thursday, mostly cloudy skies in the morning again with clear skies in the afternoon, a high of 24 and a low of 14. And of course, as time goes by, we are getting closer and closer to the upcoming solar eclipse. In case you didn't get the memo, there is a solar eclipse coming in a week. So the buzz surrounding the natural phenomenon is increasing. So I found this article that through which I learned that there is such a thing as a solar eclipse simulator. A simulator. So I went to this so-called solar eclipse simulator and I wish to show you what I found. Let me just click a button here. There it is. So you enter this simulator and there is the path of the eclipse. And of course, there is little Puerto Vallarta down here. So if you click anywhere, it'll just tell you your selected location is not in the path. Well, fine, be that way. But I did click on Puerto Vallarta, and it says the nearest town in our database is Puerto Vallarta. So I clicked on that, and it showed me this very busy page with lots of ads. There's even an app. I didn't know that. But there is some information available for our city if you can tell it apart from all the ads. They even include a rough animation of what the eclipse will look like from Puerto Vallarta. But most important, we have information about the date and time. And I forget the actual day. I think this is on Saturday or maybe Monday. I forget the exact date, but it's coming up in the next few days. And it says here that it is going to be, it's going to start at 9:30 in the morning, and it'll be mid-eclipse at 10:56, just as we are ending Coffee and Headlines. So we will end Coffee and Headlines. Oh, this is October 14. So it's coming up in about a week. There you have it. So this is what we can expect as far as the solar eclipse. And of course, I'll leave all this information for you in the show notes so you too can play with the solar eclipse simulator. I don't know why I call it that, but I read that word simulator and I think about Marvin the Martian, but that's just me. Let's see. I also wish to remind you that presently there is theater in English going on here in Puerto Vallarta, thanks to Teatro Sin Borders, a local community theater company, now presenting Leading Ladies, a comedy by John Shepard. This is being performed at the American School of Puerto Vallarta in Marina Vallarta. And there are still a few performances available. If you wish to see some live theater in town, all you have to do is check out the show notes after the broadcast. And of course, tomorrow afternoon, we have the Spotlight, our new online talk show featuring local event organizers. Anybody that is organizing anything is welcome to join us live during the broadcast and enter the studio from the comfort of your own location and tell us about what you're up to. It should be fun. And then, of course, I'm still having fun with my own earworms for my REQUIEM retrospective, which will be on Thursday afternoon. I hope some of you will be able to join me at the Joint Hotel Boutique Hotel and Co-work. And now let's take a look at your contributions just to see what is going on. Lots of good mornings. So grateful for those. Snow. I remember snow, but very vaguely. Let's see. More good mornings. More good mornings. From places that are cold. And here I am wishing for a swimming pool. What? How could you possibly be at the beach, Luisa, if there is no beach in Guadalajara? Where were you? I want to know. Let's see what else we have. Luisa says that Luis Munguia is taco de ojo. Yes, he's a handsome dude. He's one of the candidates. What can I tell you? Let's see what else we have. Oh my goodness, some of you coming back to town in July. This is a great time to be here because it's my birthday, if I may say so myself. What about the water and the drainage, says Angelica. This is very important. Well, we just started collecting these promises, Angelica. We are going to keep, I'm seriously going to hold on to these articles just in case they become helpful down the line. And as soon as we see other promises from some of the other candidates, we're going to hang on to those as well. Let's see. Oh dear, this is gonna haunt me. He also promised a second floor at Costco. Well, you never know. Oh, Mark. Paco Backpacks were part of his campaign. Was he really named? No, his name is not Paco. If you're making reference to me, no, I didn't like Mochilas back then, and I don't like him now. But again, you know, we won't get into his sordid past just yet. Uh-oh. Logan says, I've got the tea. I wish I knew what you guys were talking about. I love it. Let's see. Oh, this is funny. Has nothing to do with Puerto Vallarta, but I have to read it. Laughing out loud, says Gary Bertels. We had a similar issue in Chicago. They determined the mayoral candidate lived in Chicago because his wife's wedding dress was stored in the basement. You just can't make this stuff up. You know, there you go. How do I get added onto the solar eclipse memo notification list? Well, I don't know about the official notification list, John, but here at Coffee and Headlines, we love to send virtual memos about as many things as we can, as you will know. Simulator, say it again. Yes, the simulator. Do you guys remember Marvin the Martian? Please tell me that you do. The one that talked about the earth-shattering kaboom. Okay, there's nothing fun about that. Let's see. The week before last, there was a funeral for one of Canada's former prime ministers, Brian Mulroney. Mozart's Requiem was played. I thought of Coffee and Headlines. That is sweet. That is one of the requiems that we're going to unpack in our presentations. Bill says eclipse is coming Monday. Yes, thank you very much. We'll be in Puerto Vallarta to watch. George asks, Costco or Costco? I really don't care as long as they have hot dogs. How about you? And Mark loved Marvin. See, we show our ages by talking about the earth-shattering kaboom. But enough of that. Okay, so that is my contribution for today. I hope you were slightly amused. I'm very curious about these candidates, and I will continue to keep an eye on that kind of coverage just to bring it to you so that we can, at the very least, have like laughable material some year from now as one has been elected and we start to see whether these promises take place or not, or are fulfilled or not. Anyhow, it is Tuesday. Hope to see you again soon, but before we leave, hope that you will have a good time today, a good warm and humid day. I hope you continue to be mindful of how you can support Coffee and Headlines and keep us doing what we do. And I hope to see you again soon, maybe even tomorrow morning. Have a great day.